Hey everyone, this is Gabcat2 for 2. Here's my review on the DC Collectibles Arkham Knight Batman figure. So I gotta say, I'm really impressed with this figure. This is probably the most posable Batman figure I've had, and I don't have that many Batman figures on my collection. But there are some things that I will say I did not like about this figure, and one thing I'm gonna point out right away is when I took this guy out of the box, his ear got bent out of packaging. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I probably can't fix that, but that just sucks that happened. But overall, the figure is a great sculpt. This is how he looks in the current Arkham Knight game. Now, one thing I'm going to point out too, those legs look kind of goofy. I don't know, they just seem a little bit way too long as to like what I've seen in previous Batman figures. So here is the Batman figure from the Arkham Asylum line. As you can see, legs seemed a little more proportioned right. This one, they just seemed kind of off, but that's my only issue I have with this figure. So, I gotta say, this Batman figure, nicely sculpted. Aside from that minor issue with the ears, I gotta say, the head sculpt came out really good. Love the detail in his armor, and the belt just came out really good. So it just continues more on the back. As you can see, there's more detail on his armor. And then the legs. In some ways, it kind of feels less like a Batman figure, but it makes sense. Since he's gonna be out fighting crime, he would wear tactical armor. And as you can see here, he's got a batarang in his hand. He holds that pretty well. And then another accessory he comes with is this other hand, which can be removed, and that's his Skyline accessory. All you gotta do, just pop this off, place that on, and there you go. So you got Batman holding that. So also I'm going to point out too, the cape is made out of a flexible rubber material, so that's great. Would have been kind of cool if he had a cloth cape, but I'm okay with this. I mean, it doesn't get in the way. You still compose them pretty well. So let's get to his articulation. Just switch out hands. So the head looks about down that much, looks up that much, turns to the right. There's a ball joint in the shoulder. And one thing that's great too, I would thought that these shoulder pads would hinder articulation. They don't, so you can move them as freely as you want. They will kind of go back a little bit, but it's not an issue. There is a bicep swivel, yeah, a bicep swivel right there. Double joints in the arms. We got a wrist articulation, and there's also a hinge. We got a pretty good crunch, and it goes that far back, so that's pretty awesome. And there is waist articulation. There is an upper thigh swivel, and he kicks about that high, which is awesome. Double joints in the knees. No boot cut, unfortunately, but really good ankle pivot. So really good figure. Really enjoy this guy a lot. Like I said, for those who are going to buy this figure, keep an eye on the ears because that's kind of a letdown. But like I said, I could probably fix that. So yeah, so a great figure. I mean, I'm really pleased with DC Collectibles. So if you're looking for a very posable Batman figure, I recommend getting this, and then it'd be a nice addition for either your Arkham collection or your Batman collection.